Imagine walking into a house where the walls are lined with gold, the security is handled by actual police officers, and the owner is a man who treats everyone like a chess piece in his own twisted game. You think you've landed the job of a lifetime, but in reality, you've just walked into a death trap. This is the story of Simu, a young man who thought he was just a servant, only to find himself entangled in a web of lust, betrayal, and a cold-blooded murder plot that no one, especially not him, saw coming. The story kicks off with a massive mansion owned by a guy named Will. Now, Will isn't just rich, he's I have my own personal police squad rich. He's a former military officer with a temper that could flare up at the sight of a misplaced glass. Enter Simu, our protagonist. He's nervous, shy, and honestly, way too innocent for this place. On his way to the mansion, he's escorted by Officer James and a woman named Mona. Here's the first red flag. While James is driving, Mona starts flirting with Simu in the back seat, touching his arm and smirking while the other officers are completely oblivious. Simu is too terrified to even move. If only he knew that this car ride was the calmest part of his journey. Once they arrive, Will takes a liking to Simu immediately. He needs a loyal servant, and Simu looks like the type who wouldn't hurt a fly. To celebrate the new hire, Will throws a party that night. And guys, this isn't your typical dinner party. It's loud, it's wild, and everyone is paired up, except Simu. As he stands in the corner, his eyes keep drifting to Ramona, Will's wife. She is stunning young, and clearly way too vibrant for her grumpy, older husband. During a game of hide-and-seek, things go south. Will trips, hurts himself, and absolutely loses it, smashing a glass and screaming at Ramona. She has to play the part of the doting, seductive wife just to calm the beast. Simu accidentally walks in on them in a private moment, and the look Ramona gives him? It's not a look of get out. It's a look of help me. As the days go by, the tension in this house gets thicker than the humidity. Simu is warned by the housemaid Sophia to just keep his head down and earn his money. But how can he? He's watching Will drink himself into a stupor every night, vomiting on his wife and falling asleep, leaving Ramona frustrated and alone. Meanwhile, Will is actually having a secret affair with Sophia. Talk about a messy household. While Will is busy in the bathroom with a maid, Ramona is upstairs watching Simu swim in the pool. She's watching him with a hunger that isn't just about physical attraction, she's looking for an escape. Eventually, Ramona corners Simu by the pool. He's shirtless, embarrassed, and trying to act professional, but she stops him. She drops a bombshell: I only married this old man for his money. I'm from an ordinary family, just like you. In that moment, the barrier between master and servant vanishes. They share a cigarette, a few long glances, and suddenly, Simu isn't just cleaning the floors anymore. He's falling in love with the boss's wife. But Will isn't a total monster, or so it seems. He takes Simu out fishing and offers to pay for his education. He acts like a father figure, telling Simu that if he works hard, he'll help him build a family. It's a touching moment, right? Wrong. In this house, every act of kindness has a price. Back at the mansion, the silent communication between Ramona and Simu reaches a breaking point. It's Simu's birthday, and Ramona leaves him a gift on his bed. They're communicating in nods and smiles while Will is literally sitting right there on the phone. It's a dangerous game of don't let the husband see, and you can feel the cliffhanger coming. Everything boils over during another one of Will's legendary drunken parties. Will is making his friends do acts with their partners, and when he tries to force Ramona to join in, she refuses. He humiliates her, pushing her down in front of everyone. Simu is watching this, his blood boiling, but he's just a servant. He can't do anything. Yet. Later that night, Will calls Simu into a room, holding a gun. He's drunk, paranoid, and asks Simu point-blank, "Are you messing with my wife?" Simu manages to play it cool, but the damage is done. Will goes into Ramona's room and forces himself on her right in front of Simu, just to prove a point. It is heartbreaking. Simu finds her afterward, and they both break down in tears. This is the moment they decide, they can't live like this anymore. A few days later, they finally give in to their feelings by the lakeside. It's beautiful, it's emotional, and for Simu, it's the first time he's ever truly felt loved. He tells her, "Let's run away. I've saved money." But Ramona is terrified. She knows Will would hunt them to the ends of the earth. So they keep the affair secret, even as Sophia finds out. But then, the ultimate disaster, Will returns home early. Ramona is in the shower, Simu has to jump out a back window, and Sophia is frantically trying to block the door. It's a heart-pounding scene where Simu barely escapes being caught. Now, here is where the story takes a dark, psychological turn. After another violent outburst from Will, where Ramona actually slaps him in public and Simu tries to fight him, Will fires everyone. He kicks Simu out and fires Sophia too. Simu is heartbroken, but as Sophia leaves, she hands him a package from Ramona. Inside? A key to the mansion and a knife. That night, Simu sneaks back in. He hears Will and Ramona arguing. He moves in for the kill, but Will is a former military man. He fights back. It's a brutal struggle until Ramona steps in. She doesn't just help, she finishes the job. She stabs Will multiple times until he's dead. They've done it. They're free. They grab the bags of cash and flee by boat to the shore, ready to start their new life. But as they hit the sand, the music changes. The mood shifts. Standing there waiting for them is Officer James. Simu is confused, thinking they're caught. But Ramona doesn't look scared. She walks right past Simu and stands next to James. The betrayal is cold. It turns out, this wasn't a story of two lovers escaping a monster. It was a setup. Ramona and James had been planning this from the very beginning. They used Simu. They needed a servant who would be the perfect fall guy or the perfect tool to get Will killed so they could inherit the entire estate without getting their own hands dirty. Simu was never her lover, he was her weapon. As Simu lies there, dying or discarded, the realization that his first love was a total lie is more painful than any wound. The movie ends months later. Ramona is now the queen of the mansion. She has the money, the property, and James's men as her security. But in the very last scene, she's sitting in the back of a car, holding the handkerchief Simu gave her, the one with her name embroidered on it. She starts to cry. Is it guilt? Is it regret? Or is she just realizing that in her quest for money, she destroyed the only person who ever truly loved her for who she was, not what she owned? So, I have to ask you, do you think Ramona actually felt something for Simu in the end, or was those tears just for show? And if you were in Simu's shoes, would you have seen the red flags, or would the promise of love have blinded you too? Drop a comment and let me know what you think of this ultimate betrayal. Thanks for watching.